The funny thing about being wrong is that it means that you were not right. I'll give you a second to chew that one over this morning or afternoon or night or whenever you're listening to this. It's morning for me. Carl. No. The cat's trying to get attention by doing bad shit. Gave him some water. We discovered he likes to drink water out of a human cup on the ottoman. So if that's how he's gonna drink more water, then whatever. I just gave him some water. He's like, oh hell yeah. And then he tried to scratch the couch. It's a give and take, I suppose. But yeah, like I said, the funny thing about being wrong. I wonder if that fart picked up on the mic. Apologies. This is a rough minute. Admittedly a rough minute to lead off, but we're not cutting and we're pushing through. For the third time, the funny thing about being wrong is that you are not right. And in the case of Kyle Schwarber of the Philadelphia Phillies, I was very wrong, and I will tell you why. I was convinced about 2 years ago that Kyle Schwarber would not be doing much by this year, 2025. And currently, I didn't think I'd be saying this ever, but I believe he should win the MVP at this point. Barring something crazy, I think I've convinced myself that he is the MVP, and we're going to get into it. It takes a lot for me to say, hey, you know what? Shohei Ohtani maybe didn't cut it this year. Because this big dog, Kyle Schwarber, has been hitting home runs, hiss missiles, if you will, missiles of piss, primarily into the right field stands. The performance that really forced this episode was on the 28th of August. He had a 4-home run game. And I believe there's been less 4-home run games than there have been perfect games in Major League Baseball history, which is absolutely insane. And a perfect game is a game where the pitcher literally does not allow a single base runner. So there have been less of those. Hold on. There's been more of those than there have been 4-home run games. And Kyle Schwarber did that less than a week ago. As of recording this, here's his stats. He's hitting .245. We'll get into that part. 49 home runs. 119 RBIs. He's leading the league in that. 943 OPS. That's third best in the league. The alarming number here is, well, one, he's leading in RBIs, 119 RBIs, big fucking contributor to his team. I think that stat is, it cannot be disregarded at all, because that is absolute value to your team. You're driving in runs, and he's doing it the best of everybody. 49 home runs currently. He's only 2 behind the league leader, Cal Raleigh of the Mariners, who's having a historic season. He's got 51 home runs and 108 RBIs. He's most likely on his way to winning the American League MVP. But the tough thing about the American League MVP, Aaron Judge is currently hitting .325, and I believe he's leading the whole league of baseball in batting average with 43 home runs, 97 RBIs, and leading the league in OPS. So Judge versus Raleigh is a way harder MVP decision in some ways, except for the batting average, where Judge is just destroying, hitting .325. I think batting average is even more valuable now because so many people are disregarding it, and I think it's an important fucking stat. Me and Spencer talked about this in the most recent episode that he was on. We still put stock into batting average. Sue me. Aaron Judge, widely known as the best all-around hitter in the game. He's about to be like a top 5 Yankee ever. He's hitting 325, 43 home runs. He's fucking doing it. Cal Raleig's hitting 242. But 51 home runs, 108 RBIs. This is the most home runs a catcher has had in any season of baseball. Aaron Judge has already won some MVPs. And so in all likelihood, Cal Raleigh could very likely win the fucking MVP in the American League, despite the subpar batting average. And I believe we're going to have a similar situation with big dog Kyle Schwarber, because his competition for MVP, Shohei Ohtani, my dog, I love some Shohei Ohtani. He's hitting 279, 46 home runs, 87 RBIs. So he's only 3 home runs back from Kyle, but he's got way less RBIs. And, part of that, Shohei's been leading off, I'm sure, is part of it. Something else about Shohei, he provides value in pitching. He's been, slowly trotted out there to the pitching mound this season. I think he just recently threw 5 innings for the first time. That might be correct. As I said, if you want to fact check me, go ahead. And then go to the Bullpen Podcast on Instagram. You can tell me to go fuck myself if you need to. That's fine. That's what it's there for. The alarming part about Shohei, and I'm usually championing, that's a word. Carl can't say that word. He doesn't know. He's just orange. That sounded racist? Question mark? I'm talking about a cat. You can't be racist against a cat. Can you be racist against a cat? If you think you can be racist against a cat, go to the Bullpen Podcast on Instagram. And if you think that you can, then you might have to tell me to go fuck myself. I don't know. But Shohei's only got 87 RBIs, and I thought that was kind of alarming. And I'm sure he'll eclipse 100 by the end of the year. That's all well and good. Big dog Kyle's already got 119. He's leading in home runs currently. But Kyle's only hitting 245. So his batting average is not good either. And this presents a conundrum to me. I haven't even told you. Did I tell you why I was wrong about Kyle Schwarber? Long story short, Cal Raleigh and Kyle Schwarber, I believe, should win the MVP despite their batting average numbers. And I usually put a lot of stock into batting average. I think that stat matters, and usually that would be a deciding factor for who should get an award. It's like, okay, well, how many times are you getting a hit out of your opportunities? I think that shit matters. Sue me. It's baseball. You want to hit the ball. You want to get on base. Okay? But I think Aaron Judge, despite the historic season from Cal Raleigh, I think it'll be a lot more forgivable for Aaron Judge to win another MVP because the batting average is so fucking good. And he's only slightly behind Cal in the RBIs. He's only behind him by 11. He's behind him by, what the hell is it? He's behind him by, math is hard, 8 home runs, which is a big number. Maybe he closes that gap. Maybe it becomes an easier vote for Aaron Judge. But I think it's a lot more forgivable to give it to Aaron Judge. And then in the National League, you have a guy who's going to hit less than 250 in all likelihood. But the home runs and RBIs are just crazy, are just insane from Kyle Schwarber. And here's stats from his season in 2023 when I thought that he was just going to fall off a cliff at like 30 years old. In 2023, Kyle Schwarber finished the season hitting below 200, hitting 197. That's fucking abysmal. That's some Joey Gallo type bullshit right there. But he hit 47 home runs, 104 RBIs. He struck out 215 times, number 1 in all of baseball. and then he walked 126. So he still provided a lot of value, but he very clearly was doing one thing well. He's hitting home runs, driving in runs. Last season's shockingly close to what's happening right now, except right now is way better. That's the thing. He's 32 years old. He's way fucking better this year. Last season, he ends 248 at batting average, 38 home runs, 104 RBIs. He led the league in walks, I think, with 106, if I'm right. Like, this guy hits home runs, and this guy will hit home runs forever. And I've come around to it. I was wrong. I thought Kyle was gonna fall off a cliff, and I was entirely wrong. I didn't think that would be sustainable. It is. I didn't think he could get any major recognition. He deserves it. And I'm calling it right now. I think he's got to be the MVP. I can't believe I'm saying it. But despite the batting average and my personal beliefs about baseball statistics, I think it's Kyle. It's got to be Kyle, as Cartman would say. So I feel better now. It's funny when you're wrong about a fucking baseball player, because then they'll just be like, well, you know what? I'm going to go fucking hit 49 home runs, hit 4 in one game, tell you to go fuck yourself, and I got my comeuppance. So there you go. I've got some comedy coming up. Today I'll be at Flashback Studios, and later this month I will be at the Ice House in Pasadena / Los Angeles area on September 19th. I believe it's a Friday. That show will be great. The Ice House is always fucking awesome. I uploaded a full set from my last show at the Ice House. It's on YouTube. Just look up Moose Media or Adam Reinhart. You should be able to find it. If you go to the Instagram, you'll be able to find it there as well. So if you can watch that, I'd really appreciate it. That set was awesome, and the crowd was awesome. Sold out show, and that one was very much worth posting. So very excited about that. I think that's it for me. I'll have another episode up soon. Kyle Schwarber made me have a little crisis, and we talked about it, and now we're good. Carl's back to snoozing. Carl agrees. He had no objections, thank God. Good afternoon, good evening, and good morning. No, I'm kidding. Good night. I know the quote. Haha. All right. Closer of the century. Congrats again, Kyle.